Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, Randomania fans, and general Randomizer fans. I am Sonny Roth 11. Joining me tonight in the booth is Dark Moon EX, and we are bringing you the first race of the Final Fantasy Randomizer Co-op Tournament for 2020. Dark Moon, how are you doing this evening?
I am doing great. I am actually officially just releasing the runners right now for this. You want to tell them exactly what they are in store for?
So, welcome to the Co-op Tournament. This year, we are actually doing a shard hunt for the tournament, unlike last year where it was collect the 4 orbs that were shared between everybody, and instead, everybody has to collect their individual shards. So the orbs are somewhat useful.
Well, they are somewhat useful. But before we get into that, we have Fade and Exit at level 1. Why can our seats never be this free when we're racing? You know, Luck 2, Ice 3, I would take all of this magic. It's golden.
Nah, it's fine.
So yeah, if you watched last year's co-op tournament, you'll know at this point that FFR is our co-op is kind of a bag of holding. Our 2 players will work together. They will share their key items. They'll of course be able to share their knowledge, and when they defeat Chaos, they will be sharing that info as well. However, that info actually does not mean as much this time around as last time, because, as Sonny Rath mentioned, we have shard hunt going on. When you defeat the fiends, that isn't actually shared between the 2, so you both will have to go and collect all the shards on your own, and the shards are worth 2 shards, or the orbs are worth 2 shards each from Lit and Carrie, and 4 shards each from Kraken and Tiamat. And then each of you are gonna have to go and defeat Chaos. The team is done when both players have finished Chaos, and the final time of that is the final time that for their team. So Sonny, it looks like we have an interesting room here at the start.
Yeah, we have mermaids here at the start that holds a Cure 4 sword. -3. And the Cure 4 sword is actually the Bane sword, and you might be going, wait, but there's not supposed to be a Cure 4 sword. That's because randomized item magic is on. Now, there is a question in chat. If someone else lights one of the orbs, does the other player get those shards? The answer to that question is no.
Nope. I wish it was the case, but it's not.
Each player has to light their orbs individually.
Mm-hmm. So it does add a bit of a twist here. You're gonna have to go. The goal is 28 shards right now. You're gonna have to go and do that yourself. Now, if you're smart, when you're doing tracking, and they already have 2 right there from mermaids, they're gonna be writing down the locations of the other shards they find as they pull out entrances. Doing treasure dives, figuring out where those shards are, making notes on the floors, so that their teammate will know where to go if they're looking for a couple shards here or there. The total of fighting all the fiends is worth 12, if you decide to do that, but bear in mind, Tiamat is guarded by Warmech, and Warmech can be kinda tough here, so your math may be a little different whether or not you decide to take those 4 shards into account.
Yes, and like Thunder stated in chat, Lich and Carrie give 2 shards, Kraken and Tia give 4 shards. But like Darkmoon said, Warmech is required if any of the runners decide to go fight Tia.
Yeah, I know while we've been practicing, there have been some seats where we have found 20 shards fairly easily, counting the fiends, and we're just sitting there going, or not counting the fiends, and then we're just sitting there going, with 20, we don't actually have to go do Tiamat. So the math can be different for you depending upon how you're doing things, what you're doing, where you're going. It's all on the fly, and that's just part of the fun of the routing of this tournament this year.
Yes, and a question in chat, 32 for the total that they need? No, 28. So, it's a little bit nicer that technically only 16 shards would need to be found, but instead, or 16 shards not including the fiends, but each team's preference very well may be different.
Yep. Whether or not you want to take on all those fiends, whether or not you have the resources to do so, although I will say, a Cure 4 axe makes that math a little better, or Cure 4 sword.
Hello, Provoca at Melmond. Level 2 magic. Cure 4 Invis 1.
I mean,
so Night learnable Cure 4.
I like having that Cure 4. I certainly don't care about it quite as much with the Cure 4 sword being on the table, but at the same time, you're never going to question having a few extra charges. And we also have Tiamat right there, 2 floors deep at Provoke Us, so those 4 stars we were talking about, if you want to take on those 2 bosses right there, totally in play.
Well, with level 2 Brack, why wouldn't you want to take on
I know.
Tia?
But just gotta get past that Warmech.
Well, fortunately, there's level 2 Nuke!
This is a beautifully free seed so far. I mean, I'm sure we can still find some trash to ruin it, but right now...
Yeah, it's far too early to call this trash or free.
Yeah.
Because it can really go either way right now.
All it takes is having to dive somewhere you don't want to with, like, blizzard arachnids early on, then suddenly you're like, can someone else do this seed for me?
Spellzap in chat, this isn't a Danny seed? Hey, Spellzap. It's a Danny seed.
So with that, the pirates have given out the loot. Everyone can now play some music. So you will notice in co-op, people are splitting up, they're going in different directions, they're pausing every time they hit a new area. That's because they're going to be taking notes on where they're going. And if you split up and go in different directions, you get more of the world covered. The most important thing about co-op in the early portion of the game is information. Where are towns? Where are locations? Where are the key items? How quickly can you get through all of it to get there? The route you take and how you do it is part of the fun.
Yes, I have to agree with that. And as we saw in the Provoca Armor Shop, there are basically free Pro Rings plus 4. And what that means is that the Pro Rings themselves are going to have increased absorb, as well as boost the character's evasion that's wearing it. So they're going to have less of an evade penalty from wearing those Pro Rings.
Pro Rings are already great to begin with, and that bonus is just going to be absolutely amazing for them. Oh hey, down on Dangu's side, I see we have the sea trash floor, as I like to call it.
Or as I tend to call it, TFC.
Yeah, I hate this floor so much. We have Marsh Middle over on Jay Scheidel's side. Not sure how much they're checking in the way of chests right now, if they're just doing quick floor dives. I've seen both strategies work for various teams, so it's really just a matter of preference there.
Very much so. And Gregley has decided to venture back to Canaria.
What's safe there?
And now
like
heading to check Temple of Fiends.
Got the sea greed floor afterwards. He's gonna check that one. Ooh, a free prism in the process. Sea greed paying off.
Indeed. And 600 gold. So Jay Scheidel is checking chests on the way down. Level 8 white magic, we see heal 2. Level 8 black magic, unfortunately, that's Bane.
Ooh, it's gotta be Bane. So we have the cube lurking at Sarda down here at, I believe, one of the elf locations. Exits out. Actually, is just moving straight on, not even waiting to confirm his co-op partner has it just yet. Because that's part of the trick of this. When you get an item, it goes to the bag of holding. You can see the confirmation right there. But it takes a few seconds for the server to track it. So, you sometimes want to take a short pause and make sure that your partner gets it in case you hit a nasty one.
Well, and something else that needs to be kept in mind is that since exit's level 1, all 4 of these runners are going to have exit at their disposal.
Makes it easy to get out.
They can just exit out of the dungeon. They don't need to have that confirmation. It's just going to happen.
One sour note, as Chad has pointed out, though, is that Warp is at level 8. So by the time you actually have charges of it, you'll have done most of your exploration already, and you won't be able to do the really fun little quick warp tricks over in an ice cave and ordeals if you find it before you're already to level 8. So that's a little sad.
Yeah, Warp being locked at level 8 is definitely unfortunate. I wouldn't call it the end of the world, but it's a massive unfortunate event. Slow 2, Fire 2 at level 7 Black Magic, and Gaia, Harm 2, and Lamp.
I'm okay with those being at level 7, so I never have to buy them.
As Jonathan Yoshi points out in chat, since shards are not shared, dying in any dungeon dive is bad news.
Totally bad news. Yeah, if the shards were shared, it would definitely change the mechanic of this and probably make the clear times on this game a whole heck of a lot faster. Maybe not like half the time, but certainly like easily take a third off of their clear times.
Ooh, Dangwoo finding one of my personal favorite floors to find, the Sky Maze, otherwise known as Sky 4. Otherwise known as Go Right, Go Up.
No, left and up. Meanwhile, over on Jay Scheidel's side, we see that the Mage track tile is actually Frost Wolves, Frost Giants. Gets all the wolves down, decides to run from the Giants, though. Like, I can understand because the Giants are appearing to be just a little beefy, but at the same time, when you already have most of the pack down, maybe take that fight just because you want the experience early. Like, late in the game, that's not a great tile, but this early on when you need some levels, although, speaking of great tiles for levels, Blue D's.
Ooh, that's a very familiar tile. Oh, and Nightmare Badman tile. That's not a bad tile either. But unfortunately, for all of these runners, that Procade, not looking too hot.
I'm not sure it actually provides much of anything except for like a minimal 1 across the board. Like, when a -5, doesn't that pretty much wipe out all of its absorb?
Pretty much. Gregley has entered the same area that Jay Scheidel's in and is ready to do the dive.
We see that the Has-Beens and the Wannabes have now defeated DK and gotten their loot. Meanwhile, Dangwoo at the bottom ventured in and has passed Mirage 1 and has gotten into Elf Castle. Don't believe they have anything they can do here right now, but it is nice to know where it is.
Very nice to have that found, especially early on, because that info is very, very substantial.
Mirage 1's not a bad one to check while you're here if you're going to walk your way back out. The chest density on this floor is actually not bad, and while you might not want to check treasures on every single floor, this one's just lucrative enough it could be worth it. Just for that knowledge.
And just like that, there's already 1 prism found. 2!
Can we make it 3? No, we can make it Catmen.
No. We'll make it 6 Catmen.
6 Catmen! Those 2 prisms alone, though, made that exploration worth it. Even if he exits right now, still totally worth the dive.
But he's not going to use exit. Instead, he's just going to walk this out.
That is interesting, and gets ambushed by Snex.
Jay Scheidel heading off to Provoca at the Melman location. Got to grab a white and black magics.
Is it Promend or Melvoca?
Melvoca.
Okay. Good. Glad we have that settled right there. Gregley checking the quick greed floor here on ice. Of course, he's going to have to finish out his first loop. Gets one of the freebie pro rings. Very nice to have that right now. And a free run from the cockatrices and mummies.
Instead of running, though, he's going to take the encounter, which, I gotta say, I like this move.
Yep, you're here.
Is going to be very rewarding running out of this ice cavern, especially with that blue dragon trap tile.
Yeah, well, and even if he casts exit right now, you saw just alone that his players were bumped all the way up to 11. That's a nice bit of experience for like 12 minutes in right there. Oh, speaking.
Eye tile is an EXP gold mine.
If he can kill it.
If the waters do not roll high and he can kill it. Here we go. Nukes coming out. Everything is still up. These waters are going down.
There we go.
That's going to be a good amount of EXP for Gregley Puff.
Yeah, I don't think I would sit here and grind on this, but even that 1 chunk of experience is going to get him another level across the board, and that's going to be huge for his clearance. And now that they know where the herb is at, Dangwoo can walk right back down in this dungeon and turn it in.
Yes, he can. And Dangwoo is probably just like, oh, come on.
Come on! But, you know, at the same time, at least you're still here. You're not halfway across the world having to be like, hey, can one of us go and do that turn-in right now?
Hey, Darkman, I'm gonna need you to go turn in the herb.
No. I'm in ordeals right now, leave me alone. Literal conversations we had. Okay, so we've got Earth 4 over on Jay Scheidel. This is another one that I kind of like to see, but I like to see it later in the game. Like, I like the treasuries that are down here, but, like, this point in the game where I'm just trying for exploration, I'd probably bail on it despite the chest density of the upper room.
6 one, half dozen the other, you know?
It's fair. It's fair. Yeah, there you go. There's that cube, which you already had, Gregley.
Hey, Gregley just got the D6. Again!
Maybe he wants to play craps. He needs 2 of those for that.
He could just be getting ready for D&D. Oh gosh, lit 3 from the undead.
Danglu on the Agama floor, with a dead fighter and a stunned white mage. I mean, without life, there's not much he's going to be able to do besides have a dead fighter, and all things considered.
Thank you, Spellzap. Thank you so much for the D&D
I see
reference.
that. I see it. Swings a greatsword, needs a 2d6. I appreciate that. Although, is that against medium-sized monsters or large?
That's the question. Also, this sleepwalk is nasty because it goes into lit 3, and that's literally it. That just bounces Jay Scheidel right out of this dive.
Yeah, no, I can't blame him.
Vassal into Earth 4.
So we got Coral, Iron Helm, Ice Sword -4. Ow, that sucks. A Cure Stick.
Hey, Cure Stick.
Ooh, ghosts. I don't think he meant to take that step right there.
That's spooky.
Especially with them. Ooh,
Did I do a 3 nuke?
And a soft. Zombie D's. Oh, that's a nice grind to find right there.
By the way, Jay Scheidel has found Crescent Lake at the Marsh Cave.
Marsh Lake.
So it's really Crescent Marsh.
Yeah, Crescent Marsh.
With +3s.
I mean, Gregley is doing a smart move here, checking all the various spike tiles just to see what's available, so he knows what to do for a grind later. Good play right there.
Very good play. Level 6 White Magic inbound, we have Exfer. That's really the best thing on the board there. 4 potential Exfer Brack strats. I won't mention any specific person that may like to do that.
I mean, it's not like we have a couple of memers over here on one side of the booth.
But we do have a rod found from Jay Scheidel at the Circle of Sages.
Good timing for it, since we actually haven't found the rod block yet. That means that when they do, they're going to be immediately able to use it.
Well, Fun Slash is in a really bad situation right now.
No, they're not. They're out of it now.
It's white.
Yeah, that didn't go well for them. Ouch. We got Sky 3 up on the Gregley Puff side, and he is going to check this upper green room that I like to call it, even though you disagree with me. 2 prisms in there. And
the true green room is right before the teleport.
It is. But 2 prisms and a R hydrant pack. Although they're a little beefy, I still wouldn't complain about this.
Nah, that's not that bad.
No. So,
chat saying that this is just classic co-op. Yeah, pretty much.
Daewoo gets hit by some very hard water right there. Oof.
Yes, my Batman. Red Hydras are weak to ice since they are a fire-based enemy. But it just is something that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Question mark.
I mean,
I don't make this game.
It is true. Although, of course, everything is weak to nuke because nothing has elemental protection against the non-elemental.
Nothing has elemental protection against the non-elemental. That's great.
It's true.
Hey, shoutouts to the purple -5.
Womp,
Now,
womp.
should be a katana +5.
For everyone not running a thief. I think we have one. Yeah, we have one thief up on Jay Scheidel's side. Which is, I gotta say, a bold move I respect right there. Same one over on Dangwoo's side. Fun Slash going with a double fighter strat. That is That's intriguing. Going with the worrying about the end game protection and melee over the concern about early to mid game clearance of bosses and enemies.
I mean, even late game, having fighter thief, you're able to run from pretty much whatever you want.
But the double fighter, I think, is quite intriguing.
Oh, Jay Scheidel finding one of the things that disheartens me to find. Hi, Marsh Split. How are you doing?
So, since we found this split, are we taking any bets on how deep it is before he finds the next split?
I've got nothing, because I don't want to say this is going to be like a 16-floor dungeon with 3 splits total.
Anyone who has played the randomizer will recognize that that is an all too common occurrence for something that should be rather uncommon.
Greggly Puff also into the Marsh Split, but Greggly Puff has more levels than Jay Scheidel does. Greggly, though, in an undead pack right now, fortunately gets out of it.
Jay Scheidel being given a nap right now as we have some very sleepy werewolves.
And Greg finds the werewolves.
They have gaze behind it for a stun effect. Should take them out at this point since those were 2 survivors from a previous Ice 3. And there we go.
They just wish to paralyze you.
Got a prism there on the Marsh incentive floor, right above the incentive chest.
Alright, Dangwoo turning in the herb.
Oh!
This is an EXP gold mine, and there's the crown from the herb.
Don't think we found Astos yet, though.
Northwest Castle has not been located yet. The XP tile that Greg just found,
Yeah.
even though it is a bit deep in a dive,
Well, they got the ruby, and they have exit. So, in my opinion, you do the burn and move kind of grind. Just blank out your charges, exit, pop a house, and then move on with your life. Get what
it's too early to do that, though, right now. There's still so much to be explored.
I don't know, man. You're right there. Jay Scheidel, however, has found the exact same floor. He's going to be going and checking those chests as well and getting their ruby. These players are, for the most part, managing to keep up at least on key items to a certain extent.
The question is, are they going to stick with each other when it comes to shard density?
That is a concern I have, especially with the fact that Fun/Bloodroom keeps finding, like, really nasty packs that are bouncing them out of dungeons.
I have to agree. Fun/ enters Crescent Lake and finds Carrie's floor. Now, this is one of the very mini incentivized floors. We've already seen Ice Cave. We've already seen Marsh. We are about to see another one here with Volcano.
It is very important to remember to check this. Oh, the 6 water pack with the Agmas. Well, at least you're right here. If you get bounced out, you can try again. The important... Oh, there you go. You're past it. Hello. The important thing here is to make sure you hit this. Oh, and there's another nice EXP grind right off of a quick grind tile right there.
And that's the canoe.
Lovely. So yeah, now that we know that that tile is here, the EXP pinatas down in Marsh, a little less valuable just because this is so easy to get to.
Absolutely. And Greggly Puff checking the other side of the Marsh split. That ended up being the Northwest Castle.
There we go. Quick turn right there.
And it turned into the slab.
Don't know where actual Melmond is yet, but again, it's nice to have that out of the way right now. Don't have to worry about that. The key items this time around are really lining up to be useful before they get turned in, as opposed to normally after.
No, Darkmoon, I hate to tell you this, but Melman's going to be over there. And you might be wondering where over there is. Yeah, it's just over there.
Just over there somewhere. Wow, that was a fast waterfall that Danglu managed to get through. Finds a little ghosty pack to take out, gonna ghost bust it down, and then we will get to see what is here behind the waterfall.
Just remember to not cross the streams. You don't want to blow up the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
No.
All right.
Present-
Our good friend the bot is going to have
the bottle.
Oh.
Wait, for once we have a key item after we found the location.
Well, that's nice.
Bottle and 2 more shards. So Gregley is well on his. Oh, not Gregley. Dangwoo is well on his way at this point. I think I saw 10 in his inventory. So if they're willing to commit to killing all 4 fiends, Dangwoo only needs 6 more shards. That is a great place to be in at the 23-minute mark.
Yeah, almost 24. And once they go check Crescent Lake and find that Carrie's location is there and obtain that canoe, it's just going to be that much better of a location.
Yeah.
That much better of a position for them to be in.
Yeah, they're right now. They have 6 extra shards on the table that they know about. They're still going to look for fiends and find more key information, but especially since they don't know where Topher is yet, that's kind of valuable to them. And they still actually need the key itself to be able to access Topher. But they're in very prime position to get to go mode quick the second they're able to get the last few pieces in place.
Absolutely, and with that bottle in tow, since Gregley Puff is close to the dwarf cave that held Gaia, at least I'm pretty sure it was Dwarf Cave, he can make a beeline over there.
Yup. Yeah, Gaia we have found, so wherever it is, and I think you're right, I think it might have been Dwarf Cave because it was orange, and you can...
I see what he's doing. So Titan's Trove is another one of the incentivized locations.
Doing the Ruby turn-in.
And he's doing the Ruby turn-in to see what this trove has. Here we go. We got a cabin. We got 4,600 gold. We got 193 gold, and we got the Mystic.
There it is.
So after all of the shards are found and Temple of Fiends is located, that's basically go mode.
So here's a question for you, Sonny. One of edification for the channel in general, because I am curious about this and looking for your professional opinion matter. Let's say you're in Dangwoo's shoes. You're already 10 or so shards up. You have a few dungeons you guys haven't actually explored yet. You got the key and the loot already. If, say, for instance, Topher is behind Volcano or Ice Cave, which you can access with the canoe, do you even stress about the floater, or do you just dive the dungeons you already have and hope that you can get out of here without needing to, like, access the back half of the map?
I think accessing the back half of the map is going to be a necessity, since 2 of the fiends still have not been gated. There's the Oxyale found from Gregley Puff, which means that I believe the only location that hasn't been checked that's available... Oh no, there are 3 locations. The only locations that haven't been checked that are available are where Jay Shidell is right now, or not where Jay Shidell is. I thought he was at Ordeals. Castle Ordeals, Ice Cave, and Gurgle Volcano.
Yep.
And Funslash is heading towards the Ice Cave.
I mean, you're there. You don't have the floater yet. There's only so many locations to do.
I would say right now that the Upstarts have an exploration lead.
They do. And Dangwoo is about to go kill, or try and kill Carrie to get a extra bit of shards in his pocket. Should take him up to, if I'm not mistaken, 12 at this point.
I believe you're correct, but Funslash has gone into the Ice Cave, and would
there
you
look
at that? It's Elfland with level 3 Fast, level 3 Fire 3.
That's nice to have so far. Love seeing Fast, love seeing Fire 3.
But we have a carry fight going on, a nuke rolled for 368, a fade for 312, and that's it for carry.
Wow.
Ding looks and goes, "Get out of here, carry. We ain't got time for you." That's 2 more shards.
That was a squishy carry right there. I'm not even sure she was made of, like, glass at this point. She might have been candy floss.
Alright, Gregley Puff heading towards the Castle Ordeals. Runs into a Sphinx pack before getting to Castle Ordeals. Walks in. Hey, look, it's Sharknado Floor.
It's a good one for chess if you want to do it. Don't know if he's... Oh, there he goes. He's going to do it.
Do it. Immediately getting about 20,000 gold off those first 2 chests.
But he got ogres and threw it away because he didn't care. Got an Ice 2 sword.
And that is our defense sword.
Throw those away as well, doesn't care.
He's just grabbing the info and going.
It's a smart move. So far hasn't found any prisms, doesn't have anything he needs to try and walk out.
Exactly. Another 13,000 gold. There is a prism, finally.
A mute
And
for... I mean, Greg and Dang do enjoy their meme strats from time to time. That mute helmet may actually see some use.
We have the vendor item located, and boy, is that a good one to find. That's the floater for 35 grand.
With the amount of exploration they've had so far, I'm sure pulling together that money is not going to be hard. As you can see, Jay Scheidel already getting it because Fun Slash has already bought it.
And Fun Slash resets out and goes back in to finish buying spells. So we have Zap, Hold, Sleep 2, and Lit at level 4 Black Magic. Mute Helm equals Mask. Yeah, I have to agree.
So in case you're wondering why he reset out after buying the item, that's because, again, it's a bag of holding. Having gotten the item and having it transfer over to his partner, he could just reset out, get his money back, and the item is still technically purchased in their bag of holding.
Alright, so we see Heal 3 and Invis 2 at level 4 White Magic. A little unfortunate to have Invis 2 at level 4 since the Knight can't learn level 4 magic, but the upside right now is that the Knight will have Cure 4 access.
Everyone here has been smart enough to bring a white mage to this particular scene. It's going to pay off for them because the spells they want are going to be available.
Alright, Gregglypuff has found Mirage 3rd floor, otherwise known as Q Block.
Hot ponies behind it. Hot ponies! Get your hot ponies right here!
Those are medium.
It's already past it. Fine, Dwarf. Don't we have something we can turn in here?
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Well, it's good to know where it is, then. And they do have the key, so they can at least go dig out the shards that might be sitting here.
At least I'm pretty sure that's a negative.
No, I double-checked over their stuff. You are correct. We do not have the TNT or the adamant just yet. I trust our tracker.
Cool. Well, it's not even a matter of not trusting the tracker, it's trusting my own eyes.
So Greg is at 10 shards. Well on his way, and he hasn't fought Carrie yet, so that is... He still has 6 more easily on the table, so all told, there's like 16 that he has easy access to without even having to go dip other dungeons. He just needs to find another 12 one way or another.
Absolutely, and at the 31-minute, we'll call it 30-second mark, the has-been and wannabes are in the air.
That is going to be a good advantage that I'm going to help them play a little bit of catch-up right now on Danglu and Gregglypuff's exploration advantage that they have. Being able to go hit those Cardias now, find out what's over there, start popping entrances and see what else is available. That's some fast transport and a lot of access.
Very much so. And Greggly is just sailing around the world right now. He's giving us the world tour, if you will. Alright. Fun Slash landing at the Cardia Islands as Jay Scheidel finds Onrak at Sarda's Cave with level 7 wall.
I think the one that sucks a little more right there, though, is the level 7 ruse, because your fighter is never going to be able to get that.
Nope.
And so far, we haven't found any kind of item magic that actually provides a castable regular source of evade. That ruse would have been very nice.
It would have been extremely beautiful. Fun Slash taking a mana core just to test their HP gets some good results with an Ice 3 for 218.
That's pretty low. That's more of a Canticore in that case.
Manticant?
Ooh, I'll show myself out. Jonathan Yoshi asking if slab translation impacts co-op. I do believe it does, because you get a message when the slab has been translated.
Yes, so the slab translation is basically a key item. It's a progression in the chain of the slab to the Lefane turn-in. And hello, Temple of Fiends! I am going to guess that this is at Bahamut's Cave.
That is the last piece of the puzzle they absolutely had to get right there. Key, loot, Topher, they at least know where to go when they're in go mode. Meanwhile, Jay Scheidel found 2 shards up by the dragons and then murdered one of them. How did he do that, Sonny Rat?
I looked away.
He murdered a dragon because of a NPC guillotine.
Oh, yeah. Good old NPC guillotine.
I was trying to set that up for you so we can explain the flag, but, you know, whatever.
Sorry, I was just trying to not joke. I had... And that's what caused me to look away, because I was also trying to not joke. But anyway, so yeah, NPC guillotine, we have that on, and the nice part is that we don't have to worry about any of the plates, like the rod plate or the loot plate, being broken due to NPC guillotine, because the current beta build has that issue fixed.
Very nice. Jay Scheidel's making his ice cave dive.
I'm going to check locked Temple of Fiends rooms.
I was going to say, if I'm not mistaken, they actually haven't managed to finish this ice. I think they got bounced out before. So this may be the first time that they get the item that's in here.
Yes, they did get bounced out. No, Dingwu does not have the rod, but Earth is incentivized, so this chest that would normally contain the Star Ruby or the Ruby will instead contain something else.
Yeah, Danglu doesn't have the rod because the rod was from the Circle of Sages, and I guess they haven't gone and found Marsh Lake, or...
They do now.
Okay, apparently they do. There we go. That covers that.
Because Greg checked inventory and went, oh hey, we have the rod.
Okay, so... Well, and then I look and suddenly it's on the tracker, so clearly Danny was paying better attention than we were.
Oh yeah. So we've got a prism in the bottom right room of Temple of Fiends.
And we have the Adamant, so wherever that dwarf cave was, go right back there, Gregley.
That would be at Castle of Ordeals, and that might be a Badamant. Oh, Dangwu in a bad spot right now.
Got a little bit of ambushed right there by Lightning 3 and he... Oh.
Yeah. This is nasty. Spectres have sleep there. That's gonna be it.
Oh, he thought he was gonna get through it because of that, and then his fighter took a really nasty bump. Woof.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with chat right now. Please press F to pay respects to Dang's party.
Everyone in chat going, look, he hit a speed bump with the vampire, and then the undead came back swinging.
Alright, so Funslash found a nice little sword.
What sword would that be?
It's a Mosmune.
Oh,
but
just,
it's my...
just a casual Mosmune.
Oh yeah. The not so casual but casual Mosmune.
Yeah. I mean, at -3, it's a little more casual. It's afternoon wear, not evening wear.
It's -2.
Oh, is it -2? Even better.
Yeah.
It dresses up a little.
It's early evening wear.
Amuse-bouche wear, if you will.
Oh, very much so. And Jay Scheidel getting the herb for the has-been and wannabes.
Which we know the herb will lead to the crown, will lead to the slab, We do not know where that translation leads to, though, because we have yet to find Lufane, or, I think for that matter, Melmond.
Yes, Melmond and Lufane have not been found, which I believe that there are only 2 entrances left that haven't been checked. And those 2 entrances should be Melmond and Lufane, respectively.
Mm-hmm.
And those 2 entrances are on Rack and Waterfall. Oh no! Wait a minute. Lufane hasn't been checked, and Mirage hasn't been checked.
We see over on the Upstarts side, as Dingwu tries to do this rod block again, the Oozes have some very dirty looks to give out. Immediately glare down one of the fighters. And then...
And more glare.
Yep. So... Gross. Wow.
And more...
Wow. Have we found any ribbons yet?
Nope. These oozes are just straight up glaring people down.
Mm.
It is nasty.
And yeah, there we go. Okay, rod block. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna fly away and go revive all my dudes. Can't say I blame him.
Dingwu running away, screaming at the top of his lungs, just going,
Well,
"Get away from me!"
Well, he doesn't have the Masamune -2 yet. He can't do Samurai White Mage strats.
Narshed.
Okay, so
I love it.
we do have a ribbon over and greater than less than. It's a -4 ribbon, which actually, in the case of the ribbon, doesn't affect anything. Ribbon only provides 1 point of defense, and when you get a negative on that, it can't actually go any lower than 1. So ribbon is still ribbon, even when it's a negative ribbon.
Especially since we can't have it take away any resistances or anything like that.
Exactly. Yeah. The negative doesn't affect what the elemental stuff for the ribbon does, so it's still just a ribbon.
Yes, ETAP. Ribbon has been confirmed as less than.
And we have found Bahamut. We have not, as of yet, found the tail, but that knowing where Bahamut is going to be very helpful.
I have a tale to tell. Oh wait.
Did you tell a tale of heroes?
No.
Oh, well. They'll tell it themselves, I'm sure.
I wish I did.
I mean, Greg is getting some great experience on here. He's up to level...
Alright, Dangwu going to check Lufane and finds... Hey, look, it's Melmond.
Melfane!
This is a terrible spot for Melmond.
This is gross. But, I mean, Melmond's gross, so it's fitting.
But that slab has been turned in now.
Slab translation will translate over soon. Dangwu doing a little bit of a dance. Gonna go check the magic. Gregory also has that Bahamut marked down now. Knows where it is for later. And he does have 14 shards under his belt currently. Looks like the two of them are conversing for a moment. Gonna share that information around. And now their priority probably is figuring out where the tail is. We do have a steak over here on Dangwu's side, and Dangwu is trying to eat some tasty, tasty meat. Meanwhile, Gregory is going to go kill Garland. We're going to see our first chance of this fight right here, I believe. And Jay Shell's going to try and take out the vampire. Garland's already gone. Vampire putting up just a bit of a fight. Vampire gone. Sarah saved. And now Gregory is going to go check some chests. Meanwhile, Jay Scheidel is getting that adamant. And he is probably going to go see what is behind that rod block. Dangwu was stopped from getting down this deep. Jay Scheidel, with his 10 shards, is able to make it past. And beyond the incentivized Earth floor is the incentivized Sky floor. So Sky Spider is now on the table. Jay Scheidel makes a beeline right over for that incentivized chest. Ooh, those slimes are packing a wallop!
Okay, sorry about that. I had some audio issues arise right in the middle.
So I don't know if you noticed, Jay Scheidel has found Sky Spider behind the Earth Incentive floor.
Yes,
Oh,
I did pay attention
TNT.
to that, and it's dynamite.
So in this dungeon, 2 floors apart, you had your dwarf starter pack.
That's pretty nice.
That is nice. If you know where dwarf is, you can go do 2 turn-ins at once. And then ice 1 floor, not as nice.
2 birds, 1 stone. I'll take it.
He's trying to figure out how he can get through the rest of this area with just 2 mages. Woo! I mean, he's getting some good levels on those mages. I wouldn't completely, I want to make sure the Cure 4 sword is on one of them.
Oh, absolutely. Having that Cure 4 sword on one of them is going to help mitigate using any of those Cure 4 charges.
Pay dividends. If it was me, I would just have the white mage instead of trying to run on these battles when you've got the nuke charges. Just throw out some Cure 4s and make sure everyone's up to snuff.
Absolutely.
You can only use that in... Oh, and we got Kraken. This was a whopping dungeon right here.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah. I can understand I'm not wanting to do it right now with only 2 mages, but knowing where that Kraken is valuable, to say the least.
I happen to miss what was given from the Lefanish people.
I did as well. I'm assuming chat will let us know.
Or our awesome tracker Danny. The Opal Cheerio!
Woo! Delicious! You know, I have tried Honey Nut, and I've tried the Maple Cheerios. I gotta say, the Opal ones are quite good. A little crunchy, but quite nice. We also had a question in chat about whether or not Greg skipped the top right of Topher to see what was in that lock chest. I honestly don't know. I was paying attention to the Desperate Battle on a different side of the game.
We have the Volcano Armory found on Gregley's screen.
This is one that no matter how far into the game I will check. I will check this because the treasury is usually loaded with stuff. Treasury is so good in Shard Hunt.
Yeah, it's usually jam-packed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Dangwoo running into the unrunnable water elementals. Starting off with some fade. Getting a little bit of damage out on them.
They are beasts.
Swinging 3 hits, 41. Ice 3 is going to come out. 356 damage is going to take one of them down. But that 352 isn't going to get the job done on the other one.
I know they reset out of the Ice 2 sword when they found it. I kind of feel like that's one of those items I might have kept around just because I know the waters are unrunnable.
Oh, I would have kept it.
Mm-hmm. Something like that's very valuable in this kind of layout. Fun slash also finding that C-split. Gonna have fun exploring this one out.
It's time to dive deeper into the rabbit hole.
Dangwoo's taking on Kraken. Bold move.
We have an X-Cal +1, a ribbon, and a katana +3 in the armory. As well as Lich following the armory. That is all 4 fiends located. That's 12 free-ish shards.
Yep.
I say ish because of how deep Kraken is. As well as Wormax being required for Tia. But a very, very free Mosmune available.
Now, Gregley is sitting at 16 shards. I am not certain whether or not he has done any of the Fiend fights. I know Dangwoo has, but I don't know about whether or not Gregley did. If Gregley didn't, the 12 that are on the table, if my math is correct, might actually get him to go mode as far as shards are concerned.
Believe so, and blink and you miss it, Lich goes down to Fade Nuke Nuke 1 swing. And that swing only did 32 damage. Now, Dangwoo, taking a quick prayer, and pulls Kraken. Here we go. So we're going to see an attack, another attack, and Viz 2 is going to go out, and immediately going for Brak.
Yep.
So here we go. 2 hits, 2 damage. 2 hits, 4 damage. And Viz 2 comes out, raising the evasion of the party. And Brak's going to come out.
Oh, yeah!
First turn, Brack broken into pieces. Jay Scheidel taking out Lich. Greggly Puff finding that Castle Ordeals is at the waterfall and is currently navigating the Pillar Maze.
As the saying goes, those 25% chances on insta-kills work 100% of the time, every time.
Every time.
Every time. So it's looking like if we're still looking for Lufane... No, we have Lufane. Never mind.
Yes. Every town has been found.
Yes.
Everything is looking pretty good right now.
And we already have the Fiends, we already have Topher, we already have Bahamut. So even though we don't have the Chime, I don't think we necessarily care about it, except maybe if we get the experience point bonus. If they get the tail before they get the Chime, I don't think they're going to bother digging for the Chime.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right on that.
Fun / here gonna do their. They have the. They don't. They do. They have.
They have both
TNT
TNT
and Adamant.
So here we go. We're gonna see what the blacksmith gives. There's the chime.
Womp womp.
What is Narek going to give though? That's the question right now. We're about to get that answer thanks to Fun /.
Crystal Tail or Womp is pretty much where we're at. Tail.
And it's a tail.
That is essential.
Narek had a tale to tell us.
But he sang it, which is impressive on its own.
So, one of the shirts is a slow 2 shirt.
I believe you want to say one of the shirts. Like that. Well, Lightning 3 hammer.
I wanted to say one of the shirts.
There you go. We do have an improved Thor hammer sitting up there in the hard turn of the Volcano Treasury.
I mean, that was only a lit 3 hammer.
It's an improved Thor hammer.
If it were improved, it'd be a nuke hammer.
Improved, not impressive, okay? It's Stormbringer. It's not like we're saying he decided to trade up Mjolnir for an A-bomb.
That Mjolniring for an A-bomb, that's what I would do.
Just attach a stick to a bomb and swing it around. I was like, no, I'm not fighting you.
And Gregory finds the Womp at Castle of Ordeals.
Ouch.
There's one of the ribbons for Jay Scheidel.
That Womp there actually probably hurts him just a little in his soul, because he had to have spent, what, like 3-4 minutes trying to get through that darn maze?
I do believe so,
Yeah.
but the upside right now is that right now, Greg and Dang know where Bahamut is, I believe.
They do. They just need to do their TNT Adamant turn-in so they can get their tail.
They did that.
I saw Jay Scheidel do it. We don't have it marked off on Gregley's
They
side.
just did it.
Oh, did they literally just do it?
They literally just did it.
This is why we have 2 commentators.
Alright.
So, I can clearly see that Jay Scheidel is sitting at 12 shards. He's 4 behind Greg. I do not know currently where Fun / is at. And, Dangwoo, I think, is pretty close to where Greg was at, because he was creeping up towards 16 before we even got out of the Circle C, honestly.
Yeah. With that +1, I think Dang and Greg are both sitting at the same amount.
Yeah, because Greg was at 16 before he killed Lich, so he's easily at 18 at this point. We'll get a quick look at his menu when he goes in and applies his X-Cal and armor and so forth.
Yep, I'll be making sure to pay attention. We have
19.
19 on Greg's side.
And
As for Dangwoo, we will soon see how many he's got.
so even if he's killed Carrie at 19 at this point, he can go take out Kraken and Tiamat. That would put him at 27, and all he needs is literally 1 more shard, if he's already done Lich and Carrie.
And Dangwoo's at 21.
So, I mean, Dang was in an even better position. I don't think he's fought Lich yet, so Lich plus Tiamat at 21 would also get him to 27, and then he'd only need one more.
Correct.
And if they've been smart and they've been taking notes, each of them should know where the other one has got a shard that they hadn't, and should easily be able to finish that up.
Correct again.
Note-taking, people. Make sure you do it.
Yes, one of the key points. Actually, there are two very big key points in co-op. Take notes of your entrances. Take notes of what they have. Gregory finding Castle Canaria, getting the Opal Cheerio, and the Crystal. We know that the Crystal is going to lead to the last Womp because there are 3 more incentivized locations than incentive items.
Looks like he's also going to go check the treasury, see if he can get that last shard that he needs before he does his themes. They are on, honestly, a fantastic pace.
Oh yeah, they are blazing through right now. 434 gold, a silver dagger plus 1, another 4,600 gold. We'll make it 4,800, and there's the other ribbon. That is every ribbon found, I believe.
Ooh, blue meat coming in. Love that blue meat.
We have a rare steak here with the T-Rex. And it's got a bit of a bite to it.
Don't nuke your blue steak. That's not how you cook it.
Oh, come on. You've never had microwave steak?
Ugh, not on my first plate of steak, only the leftovers. And even then, I will seriously look at my frying pan and go, maybe I'll recook this T-Rex over here. Gotta cook the steak before you can eat it, says St. Ponchester. I don't know, with blue steak, it's barely cooked to begin with.
Yeah, that's a little rare. Good EXP, but a little rare.
The cow is having a conversation with you on the table while you're eating it. That's
Nice one, Thunder. Alright. Grizzlypuff inside of Mirage 2 as Dangwoo has entered Lich's floor, getting ready to take down Lich. This is going to be a blink and you miss it fight.
Yeah, at 21 right now with his class change party and solid levels, because he's already starting to get up towards 500 HP on this group. He is in a position to just, like, again, he only needs one shard after he does this in Tiamat, and the world is open to him as to where he goes to do it.
Yeah, the world is most definitely everybody's oyster right now. And there's the good old High Lich by Lich.
He's just going to have to decide what level he is comfortable going into Topher at. At 22, he'd be great if this was more of a standard weekly that we play in, but the scaling here against these bosses, I'm not sure if I'd be entirely comfortable at a 22 play. Maybe once for information, see if you're lucky, but, like, that's also time you can spend grinding.
Alright, just like that, Grizzlypuff has all 3 ribbons.
Gregory, I'm sure, is a very happy camper at this point.
Oh, I imagine so. And Dangwoo about to go into Mirage Tower, check the Canaria Armory, and get his last ribbon. J Shadow and Fun Slash both flying around right now. I'm pretty sure they're both looking for Bahamut.
Should be able to find them fairly quick. It's an easy one from what we've seen to go find. Hopefully they took the notes on it, because I know they found him before. Looks like they're both landing in the same area. I think they may have targeted him.
I think they did.
Dango getting more steak, this time red meat.
You know, I like my red steak over my blue steak.
Agree to disagree.
Sure, red steak's worth less experience, but, I mean, if you were served a blue steak, would you really eat it?
Yes, I would.
It'd be an interesting steak, okay. I can't argue with you on that one.
Here we go, Dango's gotta go pull Tiamat. But first, of course, he is going to have... Well, he has got to get through these slimes. But then he is going to also have to get past that Warmech. Warmech is going to deliver a nice chunk of experience for him, for anyone that actually manages to survive. This could get him a little closer to where he wants to be for the impending dive in the Topher.
Exactly, and the only question is, at this point, how hard is Warmech going to hit? Find out after these slimes.
And now a word from our slimy sponsors.
Alright, Greg getting stopped by some wizards. Nasty wizards at that.
Danglu looking out right there. Normally, slimes don't go down to a physical hit, but they did go down that time just because he got a crit there on the katana, managed to make up the damage that the spell didn't do, and all the slimes went away.
Alright, here we go. Dangwu is standing in front of Warmech, going to heal up the party.
And
make sure he's in top shape going into this. He's going to move the ninja down to the bottom slot.
Doesn't move the fighter, though. Apparently going to use his ninja as his primary damage dealer. And any of you that thought that we weren't going to see Warmech pulls because of how nasty Warmech could be in these flags, I think we're going to see a whole lot of dead robot chickens.
And Warmech starts off the battle just by looking at the party and going, "Resistance is futile."
Ice 2 is a shruggable off. Didn't see how much that X-Cal actually did damage for. It went by a little too quick.
2 hits for 88 damage. Tipper going out onto App the Ninja. 3 hits for 164 with crit, but Bane comes out from Warmech and kills Greg.
Not a big deal. Greg didn't have the ribbon. I don't think App cared.
So, going into the next round, another 3 hits for 231. Heal 3 going to come out now.
If I saw Gregley's sheet properly, this fight against Kraken may actually finish him out for shards.
That might be the case. We've got more Invis 2 coming out for more evasion. So now, Dangwu is sitting at 3 stacks of evasion. We've got Gregley on Kraken. 2 hits for 96 damage, though, coming out onto the Warmech. We're gonna have double Brack strats.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This could spell demise right now for Dang.
This took a turn. Well, okay. I mean, that's a good chunk of levels on his mages. I don't think he'll complain about that, but at the same time, I'm sure he wanted a little bit of that on his ninja.
Yeah, more than likely.
Meanwhile, Gregley is getting a whole lot of whiffs against this Kraken right here.
Yeah, he's not had any Bracks land just yet, but we got another couple Bracks coming out. Ineffective from the first one, the second one, oh god, more ineffective. Oh, 12 hits for 505. Good night.
He's just taking a nap, it's fine.
No, that's not a nap. That is, you're gonna stay asleep. More Bracks coming out. Ineffective and more ineffective, but 13 hits for 890! Here we go! Ineffective!
Well, that actually...
Last Brack, here we go!
Nope, one more! Oh no! And reset.
No.
Oh, and he's got to do that long dive again, because Kraken was at the bottom of a very deep dungeon.
That's unfortunate.
Ouch. Ouch. So,
Dangwu just fighting Tia as normal, and 8 hits for 586 is gonna get it done.
I mean, let's admit, Dangwu and Gregley were running a really nice run right there. They were not getting their usual Upstarts luck. It was bound to happen sooner or later.
Oh, very much so. Dangwu realizing he's exactly 1 shard off of being able to enter the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
And you can see he's like, the hell do I go for it? Where's a shard?
Over there.
Somewhere.
Alright, more NPC guillotine use from Funslash as he erases a bat into nothing.
Dangwu just staring at that gumball, being like, can I will it to just appear? Will it happen?
Alright, picking up that level 1 Fade, as well as the level 1 Ice 3 on the Knight and Ninja respectively, as well as Lock 2.
I like that. I would agree with those spell purchases.
I mean, I'm really hoping he's heading over here to Provoke to pick up that Cure 4 and
Oh, I'm sure.
maybe some Temper.
I'm sure.
He's going to burn a couple of heal pots
Smart.
to drop himself to 59. A very good move, because that's also going to allow him to max out his heal pots. Oh, Jay Scheidel, party's been glared down. And Bulls have Cure 4.
Well, that sucks.
A little bit.
Just a touch. He can still get his party back up, but... Oh, they are only halfway through on their shard grind right now. Good levels, like early to mid-20s, but they need a whole lot more shards right here.
Oh, very much so, because Ding and Greg are about to be heading into the Temple of Fiends, and it's not going to look too promising for Jay Scheidel and Fun Slash.
Still looking for one more shard he can get, I think. Gonna go check the on-rack dungeon, or maybe just buy on-rack spells.
He's going to go ahead and grab Wall.
Which is smart.
And Ruse.
Why not?
I like
You're here.
this.
You got the money.
I approve of that. I most definitely do. Wall and Ruse, both very nice spells to have. Ruse more so than Wall at this point, especially with all 3 ribbons in tow.
He has spent a fair bit of time on this kind of slow fly around the world. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not criticizing him too bad, because I've done way worse flights in the various practices I've done on these flags. But it is at the... He was pretty much ready to go just shy of 1 hour, and he has spent a good 4 minutes or so here, like, just trying to figure out where he's going to go at this point to do this last bit of magic purchasing in his last orb.
Yeah, it's been almost 5 minutes just to pick up Fast Cure 4, Temper, and Nuke. But it's something that I say yes to.
So he is at Topher. He's going to check these chests. If there is a shard in either of them, he is golden. Plus he gets to do a nice gas D grind, and I think he wants to get his last levels, which, that's great. That's what he needs to do right there.
Yeah, and I think he can take out these Gasties without
Minimal fuss.
too much.
Yeah. There we go. Gregley gets his broken into pieces against Kraken. He still has a few more he has to do. He's looking at 8 more shards from the looks of it. If I saw that right.
I did not get to take a look at it. But yeah, Dangwoo is pretty much in go mode right now.
Well, he still needs that one more orblet, I think.
Alright, Gregley Puff. Drop him back into Elfland. Gonna head up to the White Magic, but learn that Life 2 is not learnable by the night.
Okay. Gasty had the prism, so Dangmu is in go.
And Gregley Puff is really close. Greg is a-coming. Jay Scheidel, though, taking down Lich. Only needs 9 shards.
Caught up on that real quick. Obviously using the notes that he and his partner have taken. Getting caught up quick. I don't even know if he's actually done any Fiend fights yet.
Jay Scheidel?
Yeah.
He just did Lich.
Just did Lich? Okay. Sorry, I was having a coughing fit while you were talking.
No worries. So Dangwoo is going to go ahead and get some levels off of the Gasty tile. Looking at 32 on the mages and 28 on both the Knight and the Ninja. I'd say pretty good levels to give it a shot.
Yeah.
And hey, who didn't he kill? Oh, wait, never mind.
Squish!
Alright, here we go. Never mind, he's going to run on out first, which I Can't blame him.
No, you don't want to have to keep fighting Garland, but it was that thing of he looked at exit, was like, I can go no, I'll just walk it out, and then gets punished for it.
Alright, at the hour 7 minutes, we'll call it 52-second mark, Dangwoo has entered the Temple of Fiends Revisited as Greggly Puff is now taking on the Robot Chicken Warmech.
This...
and has already lost 2 Light Warriors to Bane.
I gotta say, this is a blistering fast time for Dangwoo. I think it's in part just because of how the seed laid itself out with all the key items being right on the path you would take to go turn them in, basically. There was not a lot of having to fly back and forth around the world, not a lot of stressing about where you're going to go to get stuff, and trying to find that one exit that's going to open things up for you. They wasted no time, basically, aside from maybe having to go back and walk an herb down when they were already in the dungeon. This worked out superbly for them.
This did work out extremely well. And was that a Bane? No. Okay. Because I saw SVJ mention Miracle Bane on Warmech, and I'm like, what just happened?
Greg spent a couple minutes trying to figure out how he wants to do. If Dangwoo is able to finish this dive right now, he could finish around, what, the 116, 117 mark?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah, that is huge. That is a really fast time for these seeds. I do not want to downplay that. Now, of course, the trick is if he comes up against a nasty boss, a Kraken, a Tiamat, even a Chaos, that's going to waste some time and could set him back at least 5 minutes per dive.
Oh, very much so. Alright, so we have a Lich 2 pulled, we have Warmech pulled again.
Oh, wow, without any buffs, Lich already took 500 damage from an X-Cal hit.
Yup, and Quake's coming out.
There you go.
Unfortunately, it did not work.
Lich...
But Harm 4 is going to take out Lich 2.
Lich did not even get a chance to do anything. Lich is gone.
So, yeah, Sir Link-a-Lot. Sub 110 into Topher.
That's amazing.
Blistering fast for a co-op seed. Lich was Lich. Lich did Lich things and fell over.
I mean, you didn't get a chance to see what he did, so we don't know if he has a nuke or nuclear he's sitting on in his pool. But as of right now, Lich didn't do anything to be scared of. Now we get to see what Carrie does.
Alright.
Greggly's still trying to get through this Warmech. Does, with all 4 of his party members intact. Looks like he's going to be 28 across the board.
Was that 6 hits for 1,080?
I think it was.
Oh my gosh.
Smoking.
We had a beefy fighter there.
I gotta tell you.
Since we know...
You're saying?
Since we know Greg's running 2 Black Mages, we're about to see some Brax on TM.
We are. I really wish my seeds would lay out this nicely. Whew.
I wouldn't know what you're talking about. There was the Vorpal, but unfortunately it was a -5. But we have a first shot Brack from Greggly Puff on T-About 1, broken into pieces.
I believe that...
And that's it.
Yeah, I think if I looked at his shards, he should be set to roll at this point. Meanwhile, Dangwoo gets past Carrie with minimal fuss, a few swings, a few spells, and then a quad X, and Carrie is gone.
Yep, and here we go.
Ambush. Rawr.
That's not a meat tree. That's an ambush. That's an ambush.
Greg is going to do his purchasing.
It didn't take 8 Bracks that time. This isn't Greg. Alright. So we have Fun Slash still going against Warmech right now.
Having the problems Greggly did, but now we are going to get to Kraken, who is regularly considered one of the great gatekeepers of this game. Gonna see.
Here we go.
Yep. Didn't move his fighters down, either of them. Bold play.
Yeah, neither melee class being moved down. Both are just going to stand up front and takes some punches. 4 hits for 191 from the ninja.
Invis 2 comes out.
So,
First round of charges.
not bad.
No. 2 hits for 50.
2 hits for 50. That's a little worse.
Chaos.
But we got fast out onto the ninja, and we're on to round 2.
Kraken not doing much there if you notice. Just an Ice 3, which against ribbons and guys with good armor, that's just chip damage. Nothing to stress about just yet.
We got Lock 2 coming out.
Easy to hit. Nice.
And with that, we've got easy to dodge, but Kraken unleashing the nuke, and nobody dies. 9 hits for 552, a fade coming in for 150. Cure 4 going out onto the White Mage.
Needs
or White
good
Wizard,
turnover.
another Cure 4 going out of the Ninja, but the Ninja gets meleeed down!
Yeah, but of all the ones to actually get melee down, that was actually not so bad. Yeah, you wasted a Cure 4 shot, but at the same time, the White Mage is still alive. If Kraken had swung... Oh. Okay.
You were saying?
So that's gonna put them back a little bit.
And we're back to square one!
Well, yes, but good information. Cure 4 on Kraken means no Cure 4 on Chaos.
This is true. 9 hits coming out for 221 damage.
Oh god.
But
There goes a Black Mage.
Kraken follows up Nuke with Nuclear.
And Nuke.
And a second Nuclear.
Oh.
9 hits for 823. This is going to come down to turn order.
He's starting to get the hits that he needs. He just needs this to work out.
We got a fade coming out, 104 damage. The Knight's going to swing 7 hits for 577. That's it for Kraken.
There you go. And great.
Dingwu. Oh.
Great information. He manages to get through it, knows that 1 nuke and 2 nuclears are out of the pool, and more importantly, so is that Cure 4. This Chaos is starting to look less and less scary.
Yeah, with that Cure 4 out of the pool, that is a huge sigh of relief coming from Dangwu. I can guarantee it. Gregglypuff pulling Lich. We're about to see basically the same Lich fight that Dangwu just went through. Jay Shadell fighting Kraken 1, getting obliterated by Kraken 1, unfortunately. 6 hits from 181 onto the Knight, though. The Knight's going to stay alive. Gregglypuff's Knight swings 4 hits for 396, and on to round 2 as Dangwu pulls Tiamat 2.
Lich just seems punch happy, which, considering his bony little fingers, is not scary at all.
Not at all. Dangwu a little unsure on what to cast, and ends up going with Ruse on the White Wizard, fasting the Ninja with itself, and the Knight's going to swing, and then the Black Wizard's going to temper, but Tiamat says, "Sit down, Ninja."
So Tiamat has the punch happiness that we expect out of Kraken, and wow, just unafraid to go after the Knight.
Alright. This is where things are going to get scary.
Oh!
I fast.
Oh!
So, if you weren't scared of this Tia before, I hope you are now.
Yeah, oh!
But we've already got 9 hits coming out for 586 damage, a fade for 80.
Oh.
Ice 2 is going to come out from Tia.
Give me Ice 3.
So now she is just playing.
Yeah, toying with this food.
Playing
Okay.
But Spirit's going to come out, non-elemental damage, not as high as Nuclear. Fade comes out for 154, Quad X. Not going to be effective right now.
There
9
you
hits
go.
for 424. Job done. And with that, Dangwu is through to Chaos at sub 120 pace.
Now, thing is, we saw some really nasty things out of that Tiamat. We saw some nasty things out of the Kraken. There's a possibility that Gregglypuff doesn't have the same safe way through that Dangwu got. It's different party, different way of playing. He may have a different experience.
The final pack for Dangwu is a couple of Iron Goals. So, a very fitting end to the Temple of Fiends. But now, Dangwu, he has entered the 5th basement of the Temple of Fiends Revisited. He is moving his party around, and he has his party set. He sits for a moment, He takes a deep breath, and he pulls Chaos at the hour 17 minute and 43 second mark.
Now,
Here we go.
far be it for me to critique anything that he's doing because he is on a blistering pace, but I might have moved that Cure 4 sword down to the Black Mage.
There's no reason to. Here we go. Invis 2 and Invis. Poison comes out from Chaos. That is fortunately damage poison. And Cure 4 sword usage is going to come out. And now he's deciding between Wall or Ruse. He decides with Ruse and going to temper up the ninja as well as throw a Lock 2 out. Lock 2 manages to hit. So now it's going to be buff the ninja and attack. Here we go. 2 hits for 263, but Crack's going to come out from Chaos.
Lucky.
Nobody's going to fall.
Safe.
More tempers going out.
Also nice seeing Crack there right then, because if he decides to be skill happy and no one's falling to that Crack, that's going to be a safe round for them.
It will be, but we are on to the next round. More Invis comes out, another swing, 2 hits for 235. Invis going out onto the ninja again. Another temper, and Fire 2 is going to come out this time, dealing pretty much negligible damage.
Chaos not doing much of anything. Meanwhile, Gregley is already up to Tiamat.
Fate comes out for 278. Lock 2 going to go out, making Chaos easier to hit. We've got 2 hits for 220 now. So definitely a lot more locks needed as Gregley Puff is working on taking down Tia 2. Another Lock 2 is going to come out. Easy to hit again. Another one. Easy to hit. So Chaos's evasion has been dropped significantly. The Cure 4 sword coming out, and that is the ninja back at full health. One last temper coming out. Here we go. Fade. 282. Cure 4 gets initiative. Fire 3 is going to come out, yet again dealing chip damage. 8 hits for 1,009 damage. So now we've got some damage going out from that ninja. The question is, how much more health does Chaos have?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, what is the chance of it, honestly, of even, like, Chaos even being able to get through this? Chaos so far has not shown to be much of anything.
Now, Chaos has not shown to be much of anything. Warlock 2 coming out. 6 hits for 617. So, Chaos is having a lot of HP. Quake's gonna come out, be ineffective. I love it.
There we go.
8 hits for 936, and that's it for Chaos.
Yep.
On Dangler's side. Gregley Puff, though, now has Chaos pulled.
Yeah, that was a free Topher on a free seed right there, and they played it beautifully. 121 for Dangmu right there, and I think another 2 minutes after that, Gregley is going to be following up right behind.
I do believe so. I don't know how close J Shadell and Funslash are to entering Topher, but they probably aren't too terribly far off. All right, so we've got Gregley Puff working on taking down Chaos. We've got Fire 3 coming out, more Tempers going out onto the Knight. Both Tempers get turn order, as well as Invis 2 and Invis going out. As soon as this Knight attacks, it's going to hit hard.
Yeah.
This Knight is not going to be playing around. All right. So we've got Damage Poison finally coming out from Chaos. Cure 4 is going to go out. A swing. Was that 4 hits for only 155?
I missed it. I was taking care of making sure the times were updated on the Upstarts side.
Understandable.
Yeah, and looking at the flags right now, if I'm not mistaken, the debuff of Lock 2 is not in the, shouldn't be on the table, so that Lock 2 is always going to debuff. That makes it very powerful.
Ooh, that's nice. Alright, here we go. How hard is this knight about to hit?
Pretty sure he's going to pack a wallop.
9 hits for 596, so it's getting there.
From what we saw from Chaos, another 2 of those swings, and that Chaos should be down. 10 for 889 from the looks of it. More looks.
All right.
Blizzard. I don't think we saw Blizzard
Here we
before,
go.
but that's still not anything scary here.
Yeah, Blizzard's okay. Didn't get to see the damage roll on Fade.
889 again, I think.
Here we go. This
Quad X.
This is looking really good right now for Greg and Dangwoo. More Lock 2's going out. Another Fade.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
Yep, 10 hits, 755, terminated, and the Upstarts finish with a time of 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 57 seconds.
GG's to our first winners from our first race of the Summer Co-op 2020 tournament, the Upstarts, Gregley Puff, and Dangwoo.
Yes, definitely get your GGs out for Gregley Puff and Dangwoo.
So with that,
So
we have one other set of people still playing through. Looks like Jay Scheidel is actually taking care of his bit of grind right now. I don't think they're far off from diving into Topher at this point.
I don't think they are either, but I'm not 100% certain.
Have we checked in with the Upstarts and see if they want to come in for an interview?
Not yet.
So we are still going to stick around with the has-beens and wannabes, make sure that they get their proper on-screen due. Although I'm sure the pressure is off for them at this point. They're just like, well, you know, we can take our time now to finish this up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we are joined by the Upstarts, Gregley Puff and Dangwoo. GG's to both of you.
GG.
Hey, thanks.
So how'd you feel about that? I mean, from the booth, that felt like a pretty free seed.
Oh, for sure. Like, you Fade at level 1, Nuke at level 2, and Provoka was like right there. Yeah, and then everything just kind of rolled pretty well. The only thing we didn't find was the Massa, and but armor looked pretty good. But I mean, I got nothing else. Seemed like pretty easy stuff right there.
Must be pretty nice, you know, hanging up in that broadcast booth, not getting, you know, lit 3 and whatever else that was thrown at me while I kept dying. Thanks a lot, Darkman.
Lit 3 and sleep and all that good stuff.
You only wiped
Oh,
like
well.
twice, whatever.
That thing was... I was tilted for a little while there, and then I went to go get Life 2 because he told me it was an alpha, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need it. And then I dove down in this dungeon, I started losing characters, and I'm like, of course I needed Life 2. What was I thinking?
So, on the note of the Mosmune, it was in Temple of Feeds.
Oh, really? Which one? Top? I assume top left or top right?
Top right.
Yeah.
Greg, you didn't check that room?
No, I only checked the bottom room. Once I saw the green dragons, I was like, I don't need that. And
Right.
there's
You
only
didn't
3.
check the room?
No, because there's only 3 chests in that room, and it's all about go, go, go. Like, there's
Well,
that much. We got things to do, man. I don't
Yeah,
have
but
time checking rooms
You could have
when.
went faster.
I mean, I did fine. Excal 1 was doing all right.
Yeah, that's true.
What did
Excal was having a hard time getting going, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough killing. It was definitely tough like hitting Chaos for sure. Chaos must have rolled pretty high on that evade.
I casted like
So
6 lock 2s and I couldn't even hit him still. And I'm like, oh, okay, we're casting more. It's a good thing we're not on alpha with that half chance hitting thing.
All right.
Dangwu, I have a request of you from chat.
Oh, okay.
Tell us about that herb trip after you left Elf Castle.
Oh yeah, yeah. I exited out. I went all the way down to Earth Cave, and Greg's like, "Hey, I got the herb." I'm like, "Awesome! I just went through this very deep, dark dungeon, and now you're gonna find it." Swell. And then I kept dying. It was look, like I said, you guys were up Ivory Tower, and I'm here in the battle, in the front, and I'm just getting blasted by everything. And Greg's like, I'm having a great time. I'm clearing all this. And I'm like, that's cool, man. I'm dying.
Well, it goes to show that you still were able to finish the seed before me, even if you were dying a whole bunch. Like, I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with Crack against Kraken 1.
Yeah, tell me what was going through your mind with that one, Greg.
Well, it was ridiculous because
You went through what? 8 bracks?
8. Yeah, because I had 4 casts on each of my black mages. So, and I was telling Dang, I was like, man, like he's got a ton of evade, so I'm not like landing any hits. But if I keep my fighter alive, he's hitting my fighter who can take a hit from him. But then once my fighter went down because the Cure 4 went off at last, I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. And then none of the bracks were landing, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, what am I doing here? I can't take the swipe. This is gonna cost me like 3 minutes. And it did.
But you got redemption with the amount of bracks you had to use against TO1, where you just got it one and done.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I first turned Kraken 1 the second time through, of course, because after you burn 8 bracks on him the first time, you're going to land a first turn Kraken on him the second time. But yeah.
I was going to say, in Discord, there's all this talk about nobody's going to take on Warbeck. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it for the fans out there. And Greg followed suit. This is why Greg and I are partners. Warbeck must go down for all you out there.
Why wouldn't you take on Warmech? Warmech, I felt like I needed the levels.
Yeah. So just as a quick status update, Jay Scheidel is coming up to carry 2. He entered the Temple of Fiends about a couple minutes ago. Meanwhile, Flint/Blood Rune is just 7 shards away from being able to enter themselves. They're taking on Kraken 1 right now, going to get them 4 for 7 out of the way right here.
I guess what they have? A lit 3 hammer. Gee, that'd be pretty nice to have.
And so they sure did check a lot more boxes than we did. Like I said, I played fast and loose here, man. It's all about like there's 0 loose. You need to find shards, but I'm not checking like out of the way boxes looking for prisms. Like I'm hitting chest dense areas and I'm going. So I might have left a few prisms behind, but I still felt pretty good about my time, though. 124 there.
Yeah, it's still a very good time, regardless.
Yeah, these. I think the first practice seed we ever ran, I think we did like 220 or something ridiculous. Like it was a bad gopher.
Yeah, I can understand that feeling.
Gosh, look at that boss up by Jay Scheidel just doing lots of damage. Man, that would have been nice to have, huh, Gregley?
Yeah, I mean, you went to Topher. You could have easily checked this. I only told you that I checked the bottom room. So
you only told me where that prism was that I needed.
Yeah, you were like, I need a prism. I'm like, bottom right room, Topher, go, do it.
That Kraken 2 was probably the most terrifying thing I've ever fought. Cure 4 after I'd done a good amount of damage, and then it was nuclear, and I was like, oh, okay, you hurt.
Yeah, you ended up getting Kraken 2 to go nuclear.
Yeah. That's what you told me.
Yeah,
I saw that.
If the rolls had been any worse, that might have been a wipe right there.
Yeah, surprising. I just want to let everybody know there. rare case ninja only took 213 damage off of a nuke roll.
I mean, it still rolled around. It still rolled over 200. Isn't
True.
the criteria?
Yeah, but it wasn't over 300. Okay.
Dang, you still have yet to beat a 101 nuke roll.
No, it doesn't happen with ninjas. I don't believe it
Yes,
ever
it
will.
does.
Don't you lie to me, and don't you
I've
get my
had it
hopes up.
happen, my friend.
Don't you get my hopes up. It's not possible.
Currently have
Yeah.
side-by-side Kraken fights going on right now. Jay Fidel on Kraken 2, Fun Slash on Kraken 1.
Yeah, interesting to see the party comps. The double fighter over there on Fun Slash's side. I wouldn't think to bring that, but I bet it's nice. And then Jay Chidel running the same party as you, Dangwoo.
Oh yeah, we can see
Jay Shadow run the same party I'd run.
we can definitely see that extra evasive Kraken right there, just avoiding all those hits from the Moslem and the X-Cal.
Hey, look, nuclear.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Who
Yeah, what
would have known that Kraken 2 had nuclear? Dangmo.
What was it? He casted nuke, put my ninja down to like double digits health, and then just punched it for like 600. I'm like, that sounds about right from Kraken.
Yeah, Jay Chidel made short work of Kraken though. I mean, he should have no issues here. He's got good levels. Like, he has way more levels than I did. Where did he get his levels? Did he take on Greed?
He
Oh, he
took
did.
on Gasties as well.
Yeah, I considered. I was gonna. Oh my gosh! And unfortunately, Fun Slash's levels are no bueno.
Yeah, Fun Slash is gonna have to grind up a few levels.
Yeah. Yeah, I considered grinding, but I felt level 28 was pretty good. I think that's pretty standard with the gear that we had. You know, the X-Cal 1. Not a big fan of the Vorpal -5, even though it still has a better crit chance than the Massa and the X-Cal. But it if I was lower, I would have probably ground up some. But I think 28's like a pretty good level to go in with 250 clamp bosses.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with 28 being a pretty good medium.
Yeah.
If you want to push the higher end for safety, 32, but
32 feels like the
Yeah.
cap. Like
32 if you're maining a thief, for sure.
well, and depending upon
You're gonna need all the.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, because of the HP and stuff. Man, Jay Shadows getting some hits on TO2.
yeah, I saw that hit for 1,085, and I was about to say something on it as well.
Yeah, the only
Just getting all the damage out.
I think
And nuke for 135 does it.
I think one of the only reasons to go up on in the early game to any higher than like 30 or so is just in case that Warmick is nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Warmick was not messing around with me.
Mm-mm.
Dang's like, "Oh, Warmick's fine. It's all good." And then I get in there and Warmick just decimates me. I was like,
I guess I should clarify that he took out both my knight and my ninja, and my mages were the only ones that got the experience.
"Oh yeah, you did mention that. I forgot you said that." All right, we got Chaos coming up here. Let's see here. Oof. He's
Yep.
rocking a Flame -1. I'm pretty sure the gold would be better.
The flame -1.
No, Flame -1 is better.
Yep.
Oh, he must not have gotten that opal armor, the Lefane turn-in.
He did not, but we are at Chaos now. Fast and Temper going out onto the Knight. And the Knight is going to go ahead and invis itself. Invis 2 coming out from the White Wizard. Invis 2 gets turn order, as does Temper. But Chaos is just going to open up with a Fire 2. That's no big deal. Invis comes out onto the Knight, and we've already got 2 evasion stacks on the Knight itself. More Tempers coming out onto the Knight, and unfortunately, that Black Wizard is out of Temper casts. Block 2 is going to come out instead, and of course, easy to hit. But swing and a miss from the Mosmune. So we've got more Lock 2s coming out. No more Invis 2s, so it's down to Invis 1s. Here we go, Lock 2. Invis. And damage poison is going to come out. That's it for the ninja. 6 hits for 390 though coming out from the knight. So the knight's actually able to deal damage now. So that's definitely a good sign. More invis coming out onto the knight from the white mage. Ice 2 is going to come out. The black wizard down on a knee. And, oh, 3 hits, 12 damage. That's not what you want to see. That's not what you want to see at all.
Yeah, unfortunately, out of temper charges right there, so you're at the luck of however much the strength fighter has at this point.
But Chaos does have quite a bit of absorb, so it's also going to come down to crits. 5 hits for 96 damage. So this is actually getting quite scary now. Ice 3 is going to come out for 64 damage. Crack! Takes out the Black Wizard. Fade comes out, 147. Swing from the Knight, 5 hits, 146. So we got a little more attack power coming up.
That was a better hit right there.
Yeah, I saw 7 hits, but I didn't see
529.
the damage value on it. But that's not bad. Fade for 92 as well. So that's a round over 600 damage. Fade for 264, so that was a really good fade. One that Chaos did not resist. 7 hits for 297. Another fade comes out. 121. And Chaos is feeling a little punchy right now.
Much more punchy than we saw from Greg and Dingwin, for sure.
Absolutely. Just gonna rely on swings. 5 hits, 142. Ink's gonna come out, and that's not gonna be effective at all. Fade for 93. 2 fades remain. And he's gonna go ahead and cure for the White Wizard. 132 damage coming out, and Chaos swings and misses the Knight. That's really good.
Keep on swinging. He's still chunking down, and we know Cure 4 is off the table at this point, so Chaos will not get his health back at any point during this fight.
Correct. 6 hits for 207. A fade coming in for 143.
I mean, to be fair, I think Chaos is one of the enemies that actually has, like, health regen, but that's like 3 points per turn and is negligible.
Yep, lit 3 hammer for 57 hits for 224, and there was a critical hit in that. Damage poison comes out again, so that's the loop on the ability
There
list.
we go.
But 8 hits for 767, and that's it for Jay Scheidel. Jay Scheidel is done.
Did not have his timer up, so I'm just going to estimate it at 140.20 and put that up on the score sheet.
Sounds good. Get your GGs out for Jay Scheidel. Or
GGs indeed.
if you're going GGs for both team, that would just be a single G.
Yeah, I had to do a little research on that Kraken too. Apparently, 3 of the 4 nuclears nuke and a cure 4. Nice.
Gross.
But we do have Fun Slash now and Topher doing their dive at this point, so should be wrapping this up fairly soon as long as they don't run into any problems.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing, like we said, I mean, that Kraken could get pretty rough. But the Chaos, I mean, just a lot of absorb and a lot of evasion. But once you can get through that, not so bad.
Absolutely, but now Fun Slash is making the first attempt at Lich. Fade comes out for 192. Lich is going to take an attack, and I didn't see how much damage it did. I didn't see how much damage Nuke did.
It's Lich things.
Yeah, it's just basic Lich things, you know. Lich is going to die first round more often than not. But we've got the carry floor now, and Carrie's okay. She's not scary this time.
Gary smacked one of my black mages around pretty hard.
Yeah, but that's a black mage.
Oh yeah.
Say that's not scary.
No.
That's about par for the course. I mean, Carrie just used one of those 6 swords she has and looked at the black mage, turned it into a bowl, and went 4.
Yeah.
Sorry if that hurt anybody's ears.
It did not.
You could give the black mage a swirly and it would go down. So
I mean, it's funny how you say that when I'm pretty sure we saw Swirl.
I'm sure we did.
All right, we got more attacks coming out. 4 hits for 248 with a crit. 4 hits for 445. I don't think Carrie's long for this world. All right, Lit 2's coming out. Is that going to... Nope, does not kill the Black Wizard. Making use of that Cure 4 sword. That's what I like to see.
I don't know that we saw that nuclear from Carrie before, so that's, what, the 3rd one in the pool that we've seen?
If 3 of them are on Kraken, that's the 4th nuclear of the pool. Because I do believe Dang did a bit of research. Thank you, Dang.
Dang, with all the hard numbers, hard facts here.
Hey, those hard facts come in handy.
Man, just facts.
Actually, if the fax is hard, I'm not sure it's going to go through the machine properly.
Where did the other nukes land?
I see what you did there, Darkman.
Ew.
That's going back to some old technology
Oh!
right there, my friend. Oh, hi, Toxic. How are you doing?
Oh, your sharks were toxic.
Yeah,
I didn't see any of that.
Not letting
nobody's
run.
seen that until now.
They entranced, so they have a skills list. Look at that.
What
I
is
actually ran into
this?
the toxic. But I had the pro rings.
Oh!
Oh yeah.
Who loves
Oh.
the Sonic gun?
Ooh, if Grace had gone down, that would have been really
Yeah.
ugly for him.
I was really
Yeah.
worried about that.
Question from Classic Gamer 76: where did the other nukes land? There you go.
Yeah, I don't remember Tia having nuke, but I guess it must have been late in her spell list. Old B button strats coming out of Fun Slash there.
Some rage mousing, too.
I appreciate the whole B strats. I actually do, because sometimes you're running too fast through there and you forget
Yep.
about your free steps and you're just like, well, I should have held B.
Yep. Yeah, more than one time I've kicked myself going, well, there's 2 wasted steps right there.
I like this play here. A couple of invis coming out there on Jace. So he's preparing himself.
And he's got fast coming out as well, so Jace already at 3 stacks of evasion, and that fast is coming out. So that's going to be good. All right. Are we going to start seeing attacks on the Kraken?
We're gonna need to.
Attacking the Kraken.
4 hits for 192. Kraken. Not doing much damage. But a lock 2 comes out. And now Kraken can take a little more damage. Gonna need to see some tempers come out.
Yeah.
Or just straight switch to burn.
That's not a bad play.
I actually did that. I did that myself on mine.
You did. And it
Ooh.
worked out really well, but low fade rolls coming out.
That's standard fade. If you roll over like 120 on a fade, then you're lucky. You're lucky.
You're not me.
Apparently,
You have to
Sonny
roll
left us
over
wrong.
200. You have to roll over 200 for a fade, but there's the nuke from Kraken! Oh, there goes
Oh,
Grace!
no.
This is not
Not
good.
good
This
at
is
all.
looking really dicey for Fun Slash right now. Is he going to decide to continue this?
I mean, he can do it. He can do it with these two. He
Possible.
doesn't need. Yeah, we know what Chaos and Tiamat have. If he can get through this
There we
Kraken
go.
battle,
Oh,
Oh,
the Cure 4,
no!
but Kraken responds with Cure 4 as well. Oh, we're back to square one.
That's
This is not good.
just staring at it, going, really? I feel that pain.
This is
Oh
where the Hail Mary.
no!
Oh!
oh no, Bane!
Yeah!
The Bane came out, and that was it.
But they are diving back in. Props to them for that.
Oh, my heart sank seeing that Bane.
We grab some levels and then head back in.
I can't blame him for doing that. Kraken gave a whack, and Kraken gave a nuke followed by a Cure 4 followed by a Bane.
Yeah.
Kraken gave literal death.
Yeah, luckily, at least doing this, he should be able to get some levels relatively quickly on these casties. You know, fades for days, nukes for days. And with the experience modifier, what was it? 2.8 times plus 250 plus 10% per key item. I mean, that's a that's a lot of experience you're going to get from these battles.
All right, so Fun Slash is going to go ahead and grab some levels, which, you know, it's a good idea. Maybe get one of those knights over. Get one of the knights over 600 HP.
Hey, look at all this gear that these guys have that we sure didn't get. This Aegis shield and an Ice 2, Ice 2 armor.
But Greg, what's an Aegis shield?
What is an Aegis shield?
I mean, I did find it, but then I wiped out, and then I forgot where I found it, so I gave up on it.
It's a really nice toboggan.
So dang, to quote myself the whole time with where things were, over there.
Yep. That's actually how that kind of went down the conversation. So where are these shards at? They're over there.
Over there.
They're in this room. There was definitely when I wiped out a Kraken the first time, I was like, "Where are those 5 shards that you found in that one room? Like, could I get them quicker than reviving Kraken?" But I knew it.
Just one of those moments of, is this the place where I can get those 5 shards? Oh, this is Patrick.
Yeah.
All right. Fun Slash looking a little better on levels now. Is he going to continue gaining levels, or is he going to go in? And it looks like he's going to continue gaining levels. Can't blame him for this one.
I don't blame the play at all.
I mean, he did just get bounced out due to a Bane.
That was pretty bad. I'm assuming we're the only ones that found all 3 ribbons.
From what I could tell, yes.
Yeah. So on our tracker, when I hit up Armory, that had the Excal 1, the second ribbon, and the katana. I didn't want to write all that down on our shared tracker, so I just wrote down big time. I was like, big time. That's what's happening in that room. So
Big time.
So Dag's like, what is this big time? Like, that's where all the good stuff is. Go to Armory.
Literally.
It's big time.
Like Armory was, you're going to go big, and you're not going to go home.
Yep.
Look at these nuke rolls coming out from Fun Slash. Saw mid 300s on 2 of the 3 gas dragons. All right. 28 30s.
I was going to say, they clearly have ninja blood inside of them if they're taking those kind of nuke hits, right, Dang?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
What
Were
was
you
that?
saying something important? I'm sorry. What?
all I heard was something ninja. Oh man. Fun Slash getting low rolls on each of the fades. That's about normal. Oh no. So this pause was for a reason. The controller died on Fun Slash, unfortunately.
Oh.
But we're back in action.
Let's do it.
Alright, so we got more nukes and more fades coming out. And a Cure 4. Oh, Grace is down on one knee right now. This could be bad. But that Cure 4 is going to get initiative and back up. Now the fade comes out, and that's going to wipe out that pack. With that, level 30 on Grig and 32 on the rest of the party. And Fun Slash is feeling confident enough to run in.
Yeah, I think he's got a much better chance this time around.
I have to agree. Much more magic defense now. Much more strength. More hits. I think things are going to look good this dive.
Yeah. Did they find the wall axe that I found?
I didn't see them pick it up.
Okay.
Shout outs to that wall axe, though. That wall axe was a great find.
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, wall at level 7 was all right. I mean, it would have definitely worked, but it definitely stopped me from having to waste a turn with my white mage using wall as opposed to, wall axe and then being able to invis too or invis or do something a little bit more useful with my white mage.
Yeah, because if you needed to, you could have also just rused the white wizard and been just fine.
Yeah.
Oh man. The Chimera and Gymera are nasty.
Ooh, and they're messing Grace up pretty hard there.
But Grace got the Cure 4 sword off before anything could happen, and that right there is why you want to bring a thief. Not being able to run sucks. Right, Darkmoon?
Yeah, the nightmares.
Yeah, there's not that's why I kind of go with the two black mages because they have decent enough run chance, and with two of them, usually you can get away from things. But you guys probably saw on my way through, I was having a hard time running away from enemies, and it was very frustrating.
Wait, you ran away from enemies? And just so those of you in chat know, I am a massive lover of the thief, and will run it very, very thoroughly.
Yeah. It's not a bad class to bring in these particular flags because you have a lot more in-game weapons, and with the thief fixes, you're gonna want to grind. You're gonna want levels anyway going in. But once your thief gets to level 30, and you've got either katana, vorpal, massa, something like that, you're doing serious damage with that thief. The only thing that really hurts the thief is the HP growth. Yeah, that's the main thing that kills them. Is even at level 30, I don't think they barely crack 400 HP.
I think it's 38 actually that they break over 400.
Yeah, it's not good. 28.
Oh, ninjas, yeah. Thieves and ninjas are 28. I'm thinking black mages.
No, black mages. I don't think I've ever seen a black mage with over 400 HP.
I have multiple times. And it's not due to being bad. All right. Fun Slash made it through Lich, no problem, and is on to carry 2. Here we go. More charges now, so Fun Slash should have a better chance. 5 hits for 322 coming out from the X-Cal, 5 hits for 675 coming out from the Mazda, Ice 3 for 61, and a Fade for 99 that's not quite going to get the job done. On to round 2. 5 hits for 223, another 5 hits for 550, and that's going to get the job done. So carry 2 is down just like that. Fun Slash on to Kraken 2, who wiped him off the face of the planet not too long ago.
I need to see, I hope to see Fun Slash's equipment, because I noticed that Jace didn't take like too much of a hit from that Lit 3, which makes me wonder if he had a ribbon on when he took that pain from Kraken the first time through.
I think Fun Slash has the dragon armor.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, that makes a lot more sense then.
Yeah, I don't know if Fun Slash picked up any of the ribbons off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was just saying I got 3 and 256 through a ribbon in my War Mech battle.
I noticed that, and that felt really bad to see.
Hey, look, you didn't get ambushed by this.
Ribbon and dragon armor.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah. So he got like double.
Okay, so Fun Slash did find the wall axe.
Okay. Yeah, so he got baned through the ribbon. That was ridiculous. Oh, don't. Okay. There.
I could sense you going, don't do it!
Just remember to re-equip it.
Alright, here we go. Bracken 2, round 2. 6 hits for 374. And that was after 1 Invis cast onto Jace. So now Jace has 3 Invis charges. That's a lot of damage coming out.
Just attack. Just
3 hits for 85 damage, and that's before any lock 2s come out. But the Black Wizard immediately takes a nap.
it's fine as long as it's not the white mage.
It's all that's going to matter at this point. Fade's going to come out, and Vis 2 comes out. Ice 3 coming out from Kraken, and here's the swing. Was that 828 damage?
I will tell you here in a sec. Yeah, that was 828 damage.
Oh no! The white mage was at 394 HP and got nuked for 396!
Oh man.
Oh, you
He's-
hate to see that.
Still
Yeah.
possible to win this.
It is. He's got the wall shirt. He's got the Cure 4 sword, or no, the wall, whatever I'm trying to say. The wall.
Axe and the Cure 4 sword.
So he's got a way. He's got a way through it, because we know that Kraken, or we know that Chaos isn't dangerous if he moves his ribbons around. He's got 2 of them. When he puts his ribbons on Greg and Jace, gets them all ready to go.
Which
Should
is
be
what
fine.
he's doing. He should be okay with this. It's gonna be a tough one now.
It's just going to take a while. It's going to take a while through Chaos.
Yeah, we might be sitting here buckling up for a little bit while Fun Slash takes on Tia and Chaos.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, there's not too many numbers between between 394 and 400, and of course it had to roll that high on that poor white
Yep.
man. Ah,
but DVS putting my thoughts into words very well. Fun Slash is playing extremely brilliantly by reassessing his gear based on the situation that he's in. So
Yeah, I
here
would-
we go.
like
Tia
he's-
with the swirly.
all right.
Ooh, that's a
Cool.
hard hit on Greg, and Greg is down.
Oh, Brig does go down. 7 hits, 601. That would have one-shotted him without the swirl.
And there's Fast. Fast just came out from Tia. He knows he's got to get this done. Ice 2 comes out. Lit 2 comes out. Both dealing chip damage. 4 hits for 323. There's a crit. 3 hits, 117. Blaze is going to come out from Tia. Tia's going to attempt to stun, and it's going to miss. 4 hits for 151. He's got to get this done, but 12 hits for 900, and that's going to wipe Fun Slash.
Oof. Yeah, Jace going down to that massive hit from Tia. That nuke roll, that was just
That was it
that
right
did it
there.
right
Yeah.
there. I mean, that's just RNG. He knows he. Ooh, interesting. He didn't just go back for a redive because he was like he had to have known that was RNG.
He's going to get better armor for the mages, and I don't think he knows that that spot that's just south of the Marsh Cave can be landed on with the airship. Yeah, better armor for the mages. Peppy, no! Vader, no! Oh, such an unfortunate situation to see.
Yeah, one thing I will say about the seed, it was really nice to actually see most things roll up. You know, I feel like all the practice seeds I've been doing for this, everything just rolls down. Like it's like, oh, here's your gold Cheerio -5. Here's your silver Cheerio -5. So the fact that like the gold bracelets were by far the best mage weapon in the game, or armor in the game, because I think it's equal to the opal -3, right?
Gold +3, yeah, it's equal to opal -3.
Except that it has better evade, because once you
better evade.
yeah, because you get a point of penalty of evade per minus or something like that.
And you get a bonus of evade per plus.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're going for it. Just need to get those gold bracelets, and we're gonna rip through this place. I have faith in Flash or Fun Slash Blood Run this time.
Yeah,
I think this.
I've got faith in Fun Slash as well.
Yeah, that
Running through.
that nuke that high roll nuke is just.
They happen. Hey, look, an ambush on the Karib tile. You hate to see a bunch of piranhas just pop up and go, surprise!
I do hear a Karib in the hand is worth 8 in the ambush.
Hey, at least they didn't start doing stuff like Heal 3 or Aether or something like that, and just like all 8 of them use that spell on all 8 of them.
I'm
mean,
not sorry about what I just said.
It's too bad they aren't that they aren't like bulls or anything like that, because or even pig-based enemies, because that wouldn't be a meat tree, that would be a ambush.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Burning off some of the Tier 4s. But with that, Fun Slash is already about to be on the refight floors. These chimeras are nasty. Because it's just so many of them. Not as nasty as the chimeras, though. Has he tried using the holy materia? I mean, at this point, it might be better just to actually use Ultima.
I mean, doesn't he actually have to combine a couple materia to get that first?
No, you just gotta throw the holy materia into the life stream of the planet. That or just have a giant meteor descend upon Earth. I'm not sure which.
I mean, it was good enough for Sephiroth.
It's good enough for us, right? So, Greg, you guys have your first win. How are you feeling going into game 2?
Good, apparently.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good right now. He might be with the kiddo right now.
Yeah, looking like I know Dangwo is muted, so I think they both got pulled away at this point. But we are still here, still watching Fun Slash, hoping they can get through here on their third attempt.
Yeah, Fun Slash getting bad RNG on the first 2 dives, but looking a little bit better this one. I'm liking the looks of this one. I mean, especially with 5 hits for 542 coming out from the Mosmian, and whoo, whoo, look at that 639 damage coming out from the Mosmian -2. That's beautiful. I am more of an advocate of the katana myself, but, you know, Mosmian, when it gets damage out, it gets damage out. Alright, Fun Slash, working on getting to Kraken 2 again. Here we go. Healing up. Getting ready to make the squid into calamari. Slice it, dice it, fry it. Good to go.
That does sound delicious. Mmm.
Maybe throw it in a good tempura batter.
Yeah, totally. You gotta do that. Serve with a nice little bit of like a marinara on the side. Oh, I'm in for that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Count me in. Alright. A couple Invises and Invis 2 going out, and there goes the fast. Kraken immediately going after Grig. Only dealing 313 damage. More Invis 2 coming out, and Temper is now going to come out onto Jace. Pardon me as I hiccup. 4 hits for 280 from the X-Cal. 5 hits, 338. The Black Wizard survives. That is some good news for Fun Slash with that Black Wizard surviving. Deciding whether or not to use another Temper, goes ahead and uses another Temper. 2 hits for 83. Jace is going to attack 7 for 691. That's it for Kraken 2. Much better shape.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, there is that thought towards how much do you want to reserve some of your fats and your tempers based on how many themes you are deep and how much you have to worry about. Like, against Kraken or Tiamat, depending on how much I'm doing, I'm willing to burn a temper or 2, but I know that at the end, I gotta have a certain number of them available for Chaos, just in case.
I saw Greg light up. So, Greg, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Now that you guys have won your first game, how do you feel going into the second game?
I mean, you know, it always feels good to be up one game. So, you know, it would be worse if we had lost for sure, because then you have to win 2 in a row to win. So I think that the seed went really well for us, of course. We played that seed pretty well. And, I'm looking forward to game 2, which is on Monday. So Monday, same time. Or no, I don't think it's the same time. I want to say it's at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings.
Yeah, you all played the seed magnificently.
No, but we're pretty excited. Like I said, it always feels good to be up a game as opposed to being down a game.
What about being left or right a game?
I mean, you always go down. You always go down and left in ice too.
Hey, Ice 2, I agree with that down and left statement.
Left every time.
Always.
All right. So Tia's thrown out fast already, but Fun Slash has a bit of evasion up on Jace, not so much on the rest of the party. And is deciding what to do. Should I conserve the invis charges? And Danny confirming that game 2 is at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Monday, the 27th.
Yeah, speaking of, when is your first game? Is next Thursday, right? Or next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday.
And the current people, the winner of this particular race, are going to be doing comms for your race, correct?
Yes, you are. We are looking forward to that.
I'm excited. Who are you guys taking on?
Gan's Gone Wild and Fright Teeth, I believe.
Fright Teeth.
Yeah,
Fright
I can't remember their team name.
Ooh. Yeah, that's well, I mean, Ganon's Gone Wild did very, very, very well in the spring tournament, going 5-1 and bouncing out of brackets kind of early, but still really, really good new racer. And Fright Teeth has been killing it on the duckling seeds. I think he's currently in first place right now on the current duckling seed. So
Fun Slash has officially won this race by doing a victory lap.
So I'll let you guys do this.
Doesn't even need to finish. Did the victory lap. We're good now.
Yep. Also, the team we are facing is Last Minute Chaos. All right, so Fun Slash, analyzing equipment, has done the victory lap, moving equipment around, making sure Jace has the most optimal chance of survival. Jace is sitting at level 33, has the Mazmune equipped, has ribbons, all that good stuff. Cure 4 sword getting moved down to Jace, getting put into that first slot for easy access in the item menu.
That's a vet strat right there.
That is most definitely a veteran move. And here we go. Fun Slash Blood Rune versus Chaos. Fight. We've got fast coming out. We've got all sorts of invis. We're going to have 3 stacks of evasion onto Jace immediately.
Yeah, very smart move there.
Fire 2 is going to come out, dealing negligible damage. And now it's time to start layering the tempers on.
I mean, I do like a nice winter look. Several layers of temper.
Indeed. More invis coming out. Ice 2 comes out, and there's the first temper. And now Jace is at max evasion. Now, all that Fun Slash needs to worry about is keeping the Black Wizard alive. 3 hits already for 458 damage. Another temper comes out, and Cure 4 to bring the Black Wizard back up to maximum HP. Gonna get some Lock 2s in. Gonna go ahead and use that last charge of Invis 2. And here we go. Locks are about to start coming out. Jace is gonna attack before any locks come out. 2 hits for 4, 3, 4. Lots of damage coming out already from Jace. Definitely looking strong. That Wallhammer finally gonna get some use. Or not wall hammer, wall axe. I swear I knew what I was thinking, not what I was saying.
It's all good.
We've all been there.
Fire 3 comes out, dealing chip damage. 2 hits, though, for 54 damage from that Mazza -2. You don't want to see that at all. Here we go, another round. 7 hits for 908. Oh, there's the damage that Fun Slash was looking for. Fade comes out for 126. Fade from the Knight, 119. I'd call those decent fade rolls against Chaos. More Tempers coming out. Another fade comes out for 128. Lit 2 is going to come out. For the most part, dealing chip damage. Mazza swing, 5 hits for 1,084. Another fade for 192. Looking good, looking good. Gonna go ahead and nuke instead of use that last temper. I like this. Fade coming out for 142. Chaos misses the Black Wizard. Another fade for 280. That's a really good fade roll. And nuke for 330. Seals the deal. Chaos is dead. Fun Slash Blood Rune finishes, and the Has Been and Wannabes finishes with an official time of 2 hours, 19 minutes, 48 seconds. GG's to both Jay Scheidel and Fun Slash Blood Rune.
Yeah, GG's. That was an awesome. That was an awesome run there, going through there. Obviously, didn't get the bad RNG. This should have been done easily 10 minutes ago, but that nuke had to roll where it rolled.
Yeah, that nuke roll in 396 on a 394 HP White Wizard definitely hurt to see.
Yeah.
So we are going to work on seeing if they want to come in for an interview. Wouldn't blame them if they don't after that, but we hope that we can at least get a few words with them before we wrap this up.
Yeah, I'll go on ahead and pull them up.
Thank you, sir.
That's me. Come on. Come on, thing.
All right, we are joined by Fun Slash Blood Rune and Jay Scheidel. GG's to both of you.
GG indeed. That was a trip.
So, Fun Slash, I'm going to start with you. And this might get your blood boiling a little bit, so I'm sorry. But that nuke roll, your White Wizard was at 394 HP, and you see that nuke roll on it for 396.
Uh-huh. There are several emotions that have been going on that were just repeated right then and there, I'll tell you that.
Okay. I was about to ask, how tilted were you?
That a lot. That was. I am usually really good at not getting super tilted. I like to vent before I get tilted, but that was. I almost walked away at that point.
Yeah, would have been absolutely understandable. I mean, that's a nuke roll that you see it and you go, okay, it can roll anywhere from 100 to 400, and 100 will only happen if I resist it. But to roll 2 points above where my HP is, come on!
Yeah, that basically described a lot of what I was repeating the entire time.
So, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, oh man describes it.
There was one of you that basically got wiped by glare, and I'm trying to remember who it was.
Glare?
I think that may have been me.
Yes, it
Just
was.
basically went right down the row.
Yeah.
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 Was that arachnids or forgetting
Yeah, I think so. I remember you griping about it.
something I was told in pre-race that bad spiders were supposed to be Danny's fault or something. Is that what I'm supposed to say?
That's not a lie. I mean, the last few seeds that Danny's rolled that I've commentated, I've seen nuke arachnids, now glare spiders.
So run from spiders.
Yeah, basically.
So,
But-
knowing where you guys are at this point, you have another match coming up Monday, which essentially gives you 4 days or 3 days to practice plus Monday itself. Are you going to be changing strategy? Are you looking at doing more practice? What is your plan for game 2?
Probably roll a whole bunch of die 20s and try to get all the bad luck out before that.
Probably try to run a seed or two a day. I mean,
Yeah, just
we kind of went off of about a month a bit ago, and we rolled like 3 in the last week or something.
I think this is the first full completion we've done for 3 or 4 weeks now. So, all things considered, that didn't go as bad as it could.
Life gets in the way.
It went quite solidly. So you didn't get to see the full terror of Kraken in any way, shape, or form?
Oh, really?
Kraken
Yeah.
had a lot of nuclear.
It had a final form.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I almost just walked away at one point whenever he had Cure 4 right after it was that Cure 4 after I was down to the fighter and the Black Wizard. I was like, nope.
Yeah, that was just one of those situations that you were like, and then you got baned through a ribbon, which is a 3
Yeah.
and 2. If that's just one of those situations of, can my luck get any worse than this? Apparently so.
Oh man. Yeah, that Cure 4 hit, and the first thing I thought was, okay, well, if I can survive, I can just banged. Okay, I guess I'm done. Start again.
I think that was the first dive, wasn't it? So it's like, okay, levels, let's go.
Yeah, something.
Second dive, I think.
Second?
Second.
They all blur together at this point. Oh my goodness. Well, that was fun. Monday's going to be an adventure.
I think you guys will do fine come Monday. You're up against a really tough team of Dangwu and Gregley Puff.
Yeah.
You're both facing two veterans, two very, very strong runners. And it's a scary time. It really is.
It was a blast regardless, though, so...
Are you going to be changing your
Sean-
strategy at all going forward?
We've been...
Probably not.
Yeah.
There's just it's the way I've been doing it is I'm probably not ever going to be the fastest, but unless I get something like tonight, then I've usually been able to make the double fighter just burn right through Topher by the time I make it.
Now,
But whenever it doesn't work spectacularly. So, but it's what I'm comfortable and familiar with. So I'm not convinced yet that I'll swap out for anything. But
And otherwise,
We'll
we've
have
just
to
been
see.
working on our early game, so...
Now, Funslash, you did do one thing at the end of the run that I have to give you some massive kudos for that has also been pointed out in chat, and you've been given massive kudos in chat for that as well. Right before you pulled Chaos, your equipment management, moving that Cure 4 sword to where you had it, and having it in that first slot of your weapons on Jace, followed by the Mosmune, was most definitely what would be called a veteran move. So very well done on that.
thank you. Prior to running a bunch of blur seeds, I'd gotten in the habit of abusing the heal helmets and, of course, the power bonk and everything. And I've discovered with my controller, while it usually plays nice with me, sometimes I'm real good at fat fingering. So if where it will double tap my A button. So if I make sure that whatever I'm wanting to use is on the first slot, I probably am going to be okay. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Darkman,
Yeah.
do you have any other questions for any of our forerunners?
I think we're good at this point. We talked this one out. It was great watching both of you guys, all four of you guys, I should say. Both your teams. Yeah, it was fun watching it through, and it's great to see that you guys fought through to the bitter end right there.
Thanks.
Stubborn, if nothing
Yeah,
else. so-
absolutely. Sonny, you want to roll us out at this point?
Absolutely, and stubbornness does pay off at times. So, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it over to final thoughts. So we'll start with our winners, the Upstarts. Greg, we'll start with you. Any final thoughts?
No, I think I'm getting used to the seeds or the flags a lot more, with Shard Hunt as part of the co-op. I want to thank you guys obviously for coming in and calming this race for us, and of course our tracker tonight, and Randomania for having us, and Spellzap and Falconic for putting this whole kind of thing together. I think it's been a lot of fun practicing, helping test the seeds, and then of course running our first race tonight.
Dangwoo, any final thoughts from you, my friend?
Well, I just gotta say shout out to you and Dark Moon and team over there, and I'm out of here, and ouch, it hurts. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so thanks Dark Moon and team, and Sonny Wrath. Thank you, Jay Shadell and Punslash Bloodroom for, partaking in this. I was actually recently watching it back, and you guys actually got in the air before us, so well played on that.
Wow.
It's fun. Thanks a lot. I wouldn't necessarily say that we're the best, because it Griggly makes me look good.
I don't know, dude. You came in finishing before Gregley, so.
That's because he did all the work, but I appreciate it.
All right, Jay Chadell, any final thoughts from you?
Fade and exit level 1 again, please.
I expect no less on that one.
Otherwise, same as everyone. Thank you guys so much for doing it. It's awesome. And thank you, Falconic, for putting this on with everyone else. That's it.
And Fun/Bloodrune, any final thoughts from you, my friend?
No more Kraken. If we could just remove them for the next flag set, I'm golden. Otherwise, same thing as everybody else. It's been a blast for my first race. I'm looking forward to the next set. And thanks for sticking around and putting it up for us, guys. Greatly appreciate it.
Wait, this was your first race?
Yes, sir.
Well done for your first race. Very well done. Co-op being your first race, it's a much different experience on the randomizer itself. I know you were around to watch the spring tournament as it unfolded.
Yep.
And now you're here playing co-op with us. So it's great to have you here. Glad you're enjoying it.
Well, it's been a blast, and I'm sure it will continue to be.
Dark Moon, our restreamer, my co-commentator, my partner in
Indeed.
crime. Any final thoughts from you, my friend?
This was a lot of fun to watch. I am, honestly, if we end up facing the Upstarts in the later rounds, I'm honestly now a little scared. But no, this was a lot of fun, and I'm really glad we are here to open up the first game ever of the 2020 co-op tournament.
You might be scared, my friend, but I am not. I do want to give a huge thanks to Randomania for allowing us to have this on their network. I also want to give a quick shout out to our channel on YouTube, where you will be able to watch this back or even be watching this. And if you do happen to watch this on YouTube, YouTube is a great place to find all of our past videos of previous tournaments, including the co-op tournament from last year, our most recent spring tournament, as well as any other spring tournaments you might want to see, or any other tournaments for that matter. I want to give a shout out to Darkmoon, my co-commentator, as well as our restreamer, and Danny3883 behind the scenes doing the tracking. Definitely want to give a shout out to our four runners, Gregley Puff, Dangwoo, Jay Scheidel, and Fun/Bloodrune. And with that, for Gregley Puff, Dangwoo as the Upstarts, Jay Scheidel and Fun/Bloodrune as the has-been and wannabes. My co-commentator, Dark Moon EX. Our tracker, Danny3883. I am Sonny Roth 11. Y'all have a great evening. Keep the orbs alive and lit. Have a great evening.